Hey everyone, and welcome to Mom and Me Unfiltered, the podcast where we keep it real, raw, and relatable. I'm Brianna.
And I'm Zuni, and we're here to share unfiltered conversations about life, love, family, and everything in between. Nothing is off limits, from generational differences to parenting perspectives. We're diving deep, we're laughing loud, and we're learning as we go.
So let's grab a cup of coffee, let's get comfy, and let's get into today's episode.
Today's episode, we will be discussing ex boyfriends that try to return. Let's talk about it. So, usually when you break up with someone, you break up with them
Yeah.
for a reason. There's, something that's not working,
Mm-hmm.
or there's just some type of conflict that can't be resolved, and you just break up with the person. So, it's difficult for me to understand why men try to return to an ex or try to open up the lines of communication again, like after a breakup happens. And sometimes it happens not long after the breakup, but some of them try to return years after a breakup, which is kind of strange to me, because if it didn't work out and you're no longer together, what drives a man to reach out to you after such a long period of time being, away from you and not being together, being broken up?
I think that it has to do with, okay, you know how players sort of like have a list of women, like a
A
list
little
of
black book.
exes.
A little black
Yeah,
book.
yeah, a little black book of like exes that I guess because I've seen scenarios like this in like TV shows and books where they're like, "Oh, our breakup wasn't that bad. I could get back together with this person by sneaking in some sort of way." Sort of like when you put someone in the friend zone and they try to wiggle you their way in the same way an ex can do the could think they can do the same way. And I'm always baffled by that mentality that like you come back after years thinking, oh, you Mr. Player, you think you can get back into my books?
I just,
Hmm?
I don't understand why that happens. And it's crazy because it's happened to me several times. And it's a lot of ex boyfriends. They just try to reach out again, and they try to reconnect, or they try to have a conversation. But that the conversation they want to have is not just a conversation. They don't want to just say, hey, how are you? I just wanted to see how you were
Yeah.
doing. It's more than that, because I'm okay not having you in my life. I'm okay not knowing what's going on with you. I'm okay with whatever it is you're doing in your life. And whether I'm aware of it or not, it doesn't matter. I'm okay. I really, and I don't want to find out. I'm not that person that once we break up, I'm stalking your social medias and trying to find out what you're doing or who you're with. No. Once we break up, you're out of sight and out of mind. I don't care.
No, I agree. Like, why would I care about you like years after? Like, you're not even a thought at that point. You're forgotten. You're forgotten.
Exactly. So when guys or men just come out of nowhere and all of a sudden they just start calling you, they start reaching out, they're um, looking for you on social media, or they're like looking for information about you or to reach out to you, whether it's on Googling your name to see if they can get some type of information. Like I've had that happen where someone is looking for my contact information and they reached out.
Stalker.
Well, you were here when it happened. An ex from a long time ago.
You know, stalker.
Long time ago. What, 2000? When was that? 2006.
This was like when I was like in elementary school or something because I was still third grade, fourth grade by that point.
But an ex from all the way 2006. We're all the way in 2026. And you're trying to reach out to me. Well, it was 2025, 2024, 2025 when it
Yeah,
happened.
about that.
So still 2006 and
Wow, was it
2025,
2006?
2025-ish, 2024, you're looking for information and you're trying to reach out to me. You're calling me on my house phone. Why?
I don't.
Why? I'm not trying to catch up. I'm not trying to relive old times.
Didn't you say he was like a player or something?
Yes, basically.
Knew it. It has to be that player mentality. The black book. The black book.
So you think he was like going down the line and saying, "Well, let me call this one, and if this one don't work out, I'll call this one."
Yeah, sort of like that, but because I'm like, if they don't have any exes that want to get back together with them, that's like a huge blow to the pride.
Okay, but this was the funny part because you were here for this. You know that the first time he called, he left a voicemail, and I ignored it.
I forgot about the voice.
Right, he left a voicemail on the house phone on the answer machine, and I ignored it. But then, like a couple of weeks after, you call again. I don't even remember if he called multiple times, if he called more than once. I think he called once, hung up, but I saw the caller ID and I was like, he didn't leave a message. But then the following time he left a message, I ignored it. And then he called again, and that's when I was like, let me put this guy out of his misery. Let me just answer the phone, see what the hell he wants, which I already knew basically, where he was barking up the wrong tree. But I had no desire of speaking with this person or any ex for that matter. If you're my ex, you're an ex and I'm not with you for a reason. And if we're not together, it means you're gone. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you now. I don't want to talk to you in 2 years. I don't want to talk to you in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. I don't want to talk to you. You're my ex. Go away. Go away. Go live your life. Go be happy. Go be miserable. Whatever it is you want to do.
I don't get. You know what?
I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, I never understood the whole. I never understood that mentality where you go back to your ex thinking that they're gonna take you back, but you're forgotten about already, buddy. Move on. Go f someone else up
Exactly.
with your shit.
Right. Because, I don't have fond memories of a lot of my exes. And I'm not saying that every ex I had was bad because I'm not going to say that. I did have some exes that were decent guys and it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. My ex-husband, he was a decent guy. It just did not work out. Like, he's the one ex that if I see him, we still have, we still talk to each other, decently. We're decent to each other. There's no animosity. There's no, bad blood between us.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. So we're civil when we see each other and we say hi, we say goodbye. We're like, how's everyone? But I'm not saying all my exes were bad. But if you're my ex, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to communicate with you on a regular basis. It's just like my ex-husband. If I see him and I bump into him, I'll say hi. But I don't want him calling me. I don't want him texting me. I don't want him following me on social media.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? In this day and age, my generation, they don't mind being friends with their exes, but I always felt, felt that it was kind of weird
It's
because
awkward.
I'm like, that's your ex. That's someone that you messed around with at some point. That's kind of weird because not only that, but when you get into the next relationship, they're not gonna like that.
No, like that is definitely something that it is weird, but it doesn't really have to be because, like I said, sometimes things just don't work out,
True.
and it's okay that it didn't work out, and you're still civil with the person. Like, there's people that have to be friendly with their exes because they end up having children. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
with you guys, I had to have a co parenting relationship with your father and your sister's father.
Mm-hmm.
So in those instances, you have no choice but to continue to communicate with the ex, but it's not like you're best friends. You're co-parenting. You're being civil. It's different than
Mm-hmm.
like your ex is reaching out and be like, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah, that's weird. Like I can understand being like friendly with your ex over because of the children or anything that needs to get done. But if there's no children involved in anything,
So
it's
you
weird.
so you feel that exes, if there's no children involved, they shouldn't be friends at all.
Well, they can be friendly on the street, but I'm like,
But not friends as far as like calling each other, texting
yeah,
each other, like constantly communicating, hanging out together,
yeah,
doing things
yeah.
together.
Because I'm like that. For me, I wouldn't want my um eventual partner
Hmm.
to be like that with their ex because that's my partner now. So I'm like, it's kind of weird if you're friendly with your ex like that.
Because I know for myself that if I'm dating someone and they're friendly with an ex, it's gonna bother me
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna feel
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say jealous. It's not even jealous. It's just I feel that it's not appropriate. If there's no children involved, I feel like why are you still connected to that person? There's no reason for you
Yeah.
to be connected to that person. You can still be civil, you can still be cordial, but friendly,
Yeah.
that's not something that I agree with. And I'm not saying you should hate your exes because, like I said, sometimes things just don't work out. But yeah, if you're dating me and you're friends with your, no, we're not gonna date.
Yeah.
We're not gonna date if you're like you're gonna say your ex is your best friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's best that we don't date because that's not gonna end well.
Yep.
Because it's always gonna be a problem, and it's always gonna be an issue, and I'm not gonna like it, and it's always gonna cause friction in our relationship. So and a man or a woman should respect their partner's feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and that friend should respect the relationship as a whole
Yep.
and say like, hey, I need to step back because I know for myself that if I have a friendship with a male
Yeah.
and we're just friends and their partner feels some type of way about our friendship, I back off because
Yeah.
I have to respect that relationship. Like that relationship is more important. Like that person and I will always be friends. We'll still be friends.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say, oh, we can't be friends anymore because your girlfriend now doesn't want me around or doesn't like it and she's uncomfortable. No, as a woman, I have to understand the way she feels
Yeah.
and I have to respect that.
Yeah. you have to make boundaries in a relationship so that everyone is comfortable, and you don't want to cause friction in someone else's relationship if you're just friends.
Right. And let me tell you, I'm gonna break it down because 9 times out of 10, when you feel something is off in somebody's friendship or relationship, 9 times out of 10 you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Because those little inklings and those little feelings don't come over for nothing. They're not
Yeah.
there for no reason. Like your sixth sense, your spidey
Yeah.
senses is telling you. Your spidey senses is telling you
Yeah.
something here ain't right.
It's like
Like something doesn't smell right in the kitchen.
it's like one of those TikTok videos where you always see that one story about the guy who has a friend and he has a wife or girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and it causes a whole
Mm-hmm.
issue.
Mm-hmm. What about those exes that you break up with? You block them on your phone. You block them on social media, but then somehow they find a way to like create another
Yeah, no,
another page or something, and somehow
I don't get
they're
that.
either reaching out to you on social media through another page that's not blocked, or they're stalking you on social media and you don't even know it until they start liking your stories or
Yeah,
your pictures, and you're like, what? And then you have to go back into your profile and be like, but didn't I block this person?
yeah, that's weird. That's like, leave me alone. I blocked you for a reason. Leave me alone. Like, I'm not communicating with you. I don't want to communicate with you. I blocked you for a reason. Leave me alone.
Right, because this particular ex, uh, we broke up in 2021. I think it was 2020 or
Yeah, it was
2021.
pandemic time.
It was like 2020, 2021. That was around the time where we broke up. And during, like, I think it was a few months after the breakup, months, like maybe 6 months or so after the breakup, or a few months, I had already blocked him on my phone, but he left a voicemail because even though you're blocked, you're still able to leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
I heard the voicemail, I saw it, and what did I do? I ignored it. I didn't call him back, and I didn't unblock him. Why? That was 2021. I didn't call you back. I didn't unblock you. 2026, you want to create another page and start liking my stuff on social media, that I had to do a double take and check my social media and be like, wait a minute. Like, this person was blocked, right? I'm like, I know this person was blocked. And then to see that the person really was blocked and like they created a whole nother page, I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm like, why would this person think that if I see that they had some type of interaction with my page, that I'm not going to take action? I took immediate action. Immediate. As soon as I saw that, I had to like really do a double take, and I was like, am I seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah,
Like, am I
that
really seeing what I'm seeing? And of course, I had to hit that block button on that page as well.
yeah, that would severely bug me out.
Well, like I said, I find it strange when, you're saying to yourself, I don't want to deal with certain people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want certain people in my energy. I don't want certain people in my life. And people are just trying to find their way, like, in there. And it's like, it doesn't matter what you do. When someone doesn't want to communicate with you, if someone doesn't want to deal with you and doesn't want you in their life, it doesn't matter if you create another page, they're going to block you. Like, I'm not the type that forgives and forget. I don't forgive and I don't forget. Well, I forgive, I just don't forget. And I don't forget. And once you're gone, you need to stay gone.
Yes.
And that's just the way it is for me in every and any relationship, even friendships. Friendships, if we're not friends anymore, we're not gonna be we're not gonna be friends 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We're not gonna be friends. It's not gonna happen.
That is a sentiment that I also believe in because I feel that people come and go.
Right?
And I believe that if you're gone, you should stay gone. Unless it's that phrase, if um if you really love them, let them go. That's the only thing I believe in. But
But not the other part that if it's meant to be, they'll return.
well, that too. But I believe that people should stay gone if they're really like not together anymore. Like, don't come looking for me. I don't want you. It's
Well,
over. That bond is over.
but some people, I think some people just forgive. And I don't know if they forget what happened in that relationship, but they are people that even months from the breakup, years after the breakup, that person communicates with them again and they're like, oh, people change. People change. We can talk again. And I'm guessing that that's the mentality of a lot of these people that try to do the boomerang and come back eventually, is that they feel that time heals old wounds and time will make things different, and they feel that they grew and that they've changed, and they feel that maybe the person forgot. You don't know what's going through these people's mind. They're just thinking that maybe by chance something changed,
Yeah.
or that the person's heart changed, and they're like, oh well, maybe it gave them time to miss me, or maybe it gave them time to think things through.
Yeah, nobody.
But that's what I say.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
nobody.
It's like, why are you trying to reach out to me? I'm like, I'm not, like, I have my ex's numbers because I had to learn a lesson in that as well. So what I would do is break up with my exes and I would block them. But
Mm-hmm.
then I started deleting the number
Oh.
and or deleting the name, and then like somehow I would see the number, be like, whose number is this? And I would call it, but it's because it was curiosity, not because I remembered it was their particular number, and I would like kick myself. I'm like, what the hell did I do? I'm like, how the hell did I call them or unblock them? Because I'm looking at these
Yeah.
numbers and I'm like, I don't remember who it is. So now I keep the name under blocked so that I know who I blocked, so that I don't end up
Yeah.
making a mistake and reaching out to someone that I don't want to reach out to.
It's funny because I've done that before.
Right.
Because like you're like, oh,
You're like,
what
who's
number is
this?
this? You call it. It is someone you don't want to talk to.
Exactly. So that's why now
Same.
I just keep them on the block list, keep the name, that way I don't make the mistake on calling someone I don't want to call. And trust me, once you're blocked, you're blocked. It's not coming off. You're blocked, you're forgotten, your history. You don't exist to me anymore. That's another thing. Once you're gone to me, you're not important. You don't exist anymore.
She
I
forgets
don't
your
care.
name.
Right. Exactly. And even in friendships also, like once we're not talking, I forgot about you. I don't care about you. You're gone. You don't exist to me anymore. Harsh, right?
Yeah.
Harsh.
But also understandable because I'm kind of the same way. Like, although I'm a bit better at remembering names, but like if I don't see you for a very long time, I will forget you because you haven't been in my life in years.
Well, is it that you forget because they haven't been in your life, or you forget because like the friendship or the relationship ended? So there's a difference.
I think it's more along the lines of I haven't seen you in years, so it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Okay. So it doesn't have anything to do with like a breakup or whether it's a friendship or a relationship. You're not
Yeah.
you're not talking about that. It's you're talking about in general, like you don't mean to forget certain people. It's just because you're not communicating that you forget about them.
Yeah.
But I think that's everybody. I think we all tend to forget people's names and just
True.
forget about people, and you don't mean to, and that's a bad thing too. You don't mean to forget people because life goes on and you just move on, and everything happens so fast that you're just so busy trying to keep up with your own life that you tend to forget about people that you knew and that you were friends with and you cared about, but it's not that you meant to.
Yeah.
It's just that life moved you in a different direction.
Yeah.
So, no one can fault anybody for that. That's just what happens. And for some time, I was trying to do, a thing where I did keep in contact with a lot of people from, you know, my past, um, my past workplaces, just, because I didn't want to forget people.
Yeah.
And I would text everyone Happy Friday every Friday from all the jobs that I had,
I remember that.
made friends
I
with.
remember.
But after a while, it became so exhausting trying to keep up with everybody and trying to keep everybody in mind. Because at the end of the day, when I either didn't have time or wouldn't be able to send that text, no one was sending it to me.
Yeah.
It was very few people that were sending it back to me. So I'm like, wait a minute, why am I trying to keep all of these people in mind when no one gives a damn that it's Friday and like, hey, I didn't hear, I didn't get a text today from Zuni, so let me shoot her a text. So eventually I just stopped.
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, when they leave your life, I think it's like it's just time to cut that cord because I'm like, it's time to move on.
Well, it's not that it's time to move on. It's like they say, some people are in your life for a season, and when that time is up for them to no longer be in your life, that's just what happens. But some people just don't get the message and they want to keep stalking you on Instagram and calling you and trying to find out what you're doing, and you don't even want to hear it.
Stop blowing my phone up. Stop looking at my stop. No, stop trying to get into my DMs.
Well, like I said, and they try to do it in a sneaky way.
Yeah.
First they'll like something, and then they'll do a comment, and then all of a sudden they're reaching out like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to have that.
No.
Or they'll do that phone call. Oh, just wanted to see how you were. We're just catching up. And then next thing you know, they're calling you all the time. They're like, oh, that's my number. You could call me anytime. I'm not going to use it.
Exactly.
Because what did I do after that phone call with that ex? What did I do?
You blocked it.
Hello?
Oh wait, no. You didn't block it. You threw away the phone. You threw away the phone. I forgot that because I forgot that you
I didn't throw away the phone. I cut the house phone.
Yeah.
I disconnected the phone altogether. That's how much I don't want to talk to any of my exes.
Wait. How was our number even on the on websites or whatever unless
If you Google people's names, sometimes a lot of the information is out there.
yo.
So yes, sometimes phone numbers are connected to people on the internet. So that's why they say a lot of the times you have to be careful as to what information you're sharing, because
Yeah.
some of these third party sites plaster your information all over the internet.
Yeah.
So this person was able to get my house number, and I was not having that.
Mm-mm.
And
Homie, don't play that.
I called up the cable company and I said, I would love to disconnect my phone. Please and thank you. And I disconnected the house phone. I got rid of all the phones that we had for the home, and now we only deal with the cell phones, and that's it.
Yep.
Because with the cell phones is easy. I could have still blocked him on the house phone. There was a way that you could like go into your account and block people and block certain numbers. But I'm like, what am I gonna do? Every time he calls from a different number, I'm gonna block that number. So that's
Yeah.
kind of exhausting also. So for me, we didn't use the house phone a lot anyway, so I decided it was time to just let it go.
Yeah, we were just using our cell phones anyway.
Right. So I disconnected the house phone, I got rid of them, and that was the end of story. I said, hopefully I will never hear from him again. Or any of my exes for that matter. Like anything.
Listen, we don't want to talk to anyone who we block or anybody that is out of our life.
Right. If anyone has dated me and you are an ex, do not call me. Do not reach out to me. I do not want to hear from you. I do not want to talk to you. I do not want to text you. I do not want to follow you on social media.
Preach your sister.
And I don't want you following me either. I just want to be left alone and live my life in peace because whatever happened in our relationship possibly wasn't anything sweet. Like I said, except for the very few exes that I have no animosity towards, and like the relationship just ended because it ended. That's different.
Yeah.
But I still don't want them calling me or texting me. So I don't think like it's like, come to think about it, I don't think it's like a thing with animosity. It's just a thing of, if you're my ex, I just don't want to talk to you. I
Yeah.
just don't want to.
I think it's not like animosity, like you said. It's more along the lines of
It's
disconnection.
Right. It's my preference. Like, we disconnected. I don't want to talk to you. I just don't care. I don't care to talk to you. I don't care to connect with you or reconnect with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be your friend. So, it's best for you to just
Yeah.
go on with your life. Forget about me. I don't exist to you. And I'm okay with that. Trust me, I am a-okay with that if I don't exist to you.
Mm-hmm. I wish a lot of people forget that.
I know. But this is what bothers me the most about the ex that I had blocked on social media,
Yeah.
and that I guess he created another page and liked one of my stories the other day.
Mm-hmm.
What bothers me the most about him is like all the red flags that were in that relationship that I ignored.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you get mad at yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, with all of that, and like I said, you don't forget. And since I didn't forget those things, it's kind of like, why are you reaching out to me? Because first of all, like, the relationship we had, he wanted to keep it a secret. He didn't want people to know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Exactly. And even his mother didn't know about me. I'm like, your mother doesn't even know about me. Like, what are you doing? So that was one thing that bothered me a lot, that he didn't want to tell people. The only person that he did tell was someone that we went to school with, because we were classmates. He told one person that we went to school with that he communicates with. So I'm supposed to be happy that, oh wow, this guy that we went to school with, he knows? Great. He knows. At least somebody knows. But nobody else. He didn't want anyone else to know. And then another thing that he told me while we were dating that bothered me, like really, really bothered me. And I should have, like, when it was a secret, it should have been over. But even at this point, when he told me this, it should have been over. He said to me, that he really didn't want people to know just in general, just the general public, he didn't want people to know that we were dating because of my skin color.
Hey, what?
My skin color.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, no. That should have been a red flag majorly because if someone tells me they have a problem with my skin color, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is okay. I'm be like, no, I don't want to deal with no racist mother.
Well, he didn't say that he had an issue with my skin color. He said it was because of the women that followed him on his social medias that they would feel some type of way because at that time I had blonde highlights and my skin, I didn't have a tan. So I looked a little bit lighter, and with the blonde highlights, he said I looked white, like a white girl. And because some women of color get upset that white women date black men, that was the issue. So he didn't want to get backlash because I looked white
Yeah,
and he was dating me. And I'm like, that, like,
like,
first of all, I'm not white,
yep,
and it shouldn't matter if I am or if I'm not.
yes. That that's if you're afraid of being seen in public with a woman that looks white or looks any kind of way, then that is a huge red flag in general because it shouldn't matter how that person looks.
Right.
You should. When I have a man, I want them to be gung ho. I want them to be like, "This is my woman."
Exactly, and that's what you want. You want someone to be happy and proud that you are walking around with them and that you are their person. And this person was making me feel bad because I look white, making me feel bad because he wanted to keep the relationship a secret.
Nah, nah.
But then now you want to create another page and you want to start liking my stuff on social media. I still look white. I still look the same. So why are you even trying
It boggles me.
to reach out in any way?
That bugs me.
But I never had to deal with a scenario like that where someone would say, "Oh, like I'm worried about other people's, perception of who you are, what you look like when, you're with me, so I don't want people to know."
Listen, I'm not even in a relationship with you, and I'm like, yo, this is my mom. This is my mom. Ain't she beautiful? Like, you should want to hype up your partner. You should want to hype up the people in your life.
But that's not what this, I don't know if, some people are all about appearances. And in the world we live in, people look at that. People look at who you're with and who you're dating, and yeah, they judge, but that's for them to judge. It's like you shouldn't care if you care about someone, if you love someone, it shouldn't matter what they look like or what their race is, or if they look white or not. None of that should matter. What should matter to you is how that person treats you
Mm-hmm.
and how your relationship is and if it works. And
Mm-hmm.
if it works, that's all you should care about. You shouldn't care about all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize how bad that made me feel. And that made me feel really freaking bad for someone to say something like that. Listen, when you experience something like that, you don't understand how people feel when they're judged by the color of their skin until it happens to you. It's like a gut punch that you're like, what? Like you, it's like you're embarrassed to be seen with me. You're embarrassed to say that you're dating me. Like that's crazy.
He's a narcissistic mother.
But then you wanna come and you wanna leave me voicemails, and then you wanna come try to create some other page on social media. Like these people and their mentality is just ridiculous. And all these men out there that have exes and the relationship no longer exists, that have no contact with their exes, leave them alone. They don't want to be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I don't want to be bothered. Leave those women alone. They do not want to be bothered. They have moved on. They're happy without you. Even if they're single, they're happy. Trust me, they are happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't need to be in a relationship that's making you feel bad or making you feel less than to be happy. So I say, if you're an ex, don't reach out. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. And I don't want to get to the point where, right now, I'm still at the point where if someone happens to call me with a different number or something like that, I still pick up the phone and I'm still pleasant. But I don't want to get to the point where I will start answering the phone and as an ex and I'm going to be real nasty and be like, why the F are you calling me? Don't effing call me again. And
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person because I don't want to be rude for no reason, but I don't want to be bothered either.
Exactly.
So don't call me, don't text me, don't search for me on social media. Just leave me alone.
You heard that, y'all? She's an independent woman. Don't bother her. Mm-hmm.
And I believe I have said my piece. So I am going to leave it there, and we're going to see everybody in the next.